Thomas Tuchel provides Chelsea Cesar Azpilicueta and Kai Havertz injury update after Spurs win. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has provided an update on the status of Kai Havertz and Cesar Azpilicueta, who were both taken off with injuries against Tottenham Hotspur in the Carabao Cup semi-final. Havertz scored within 5 minutes whilst Azpilicueta put in a fantastic performance defensively. The Blues head coach Tuchel has provided an update on the injuries sustained to both Havertz and Azpilicueta. The injuries come as a blow to Chelsea, who lost Thiago Silva and N'Golo Kante before the match as they both tested positive for COVID-19. Here is the latest update on the injuries from Tuchel. I hope Cesar Azpilicueta is only a cramp. He said so hopefully we got away with that. Kai Havertz, I think, broke his finger. He played through the pain in the first half but then it was too much. Hopefully it is not too big an issue. It looks to be positive news for Chelsea, with the hope that both players can be back for next week's second leg against Tottenham. First comes a FA Cup third-round clash against non-league Chesterfield on Saturday, with youngsters possibly being handed a chance. Harvey Vale could be handed a start, building on his debut against Brentford in the Carabao Cup quarter-final. The youngster featured as a substitute against Spurs, replacing Azpilicueta late on. Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel has confirmed that 2 more players have tested positive for COVID-19 before facing Tottenham. The Champions League holders, who are still competing in 5 competitions, have been managing an injury crisis as well as a number of coronavirus cases, while number 1 goalkeeper Edouard Mendy is now taking part in the Africa Cup of Nations with Senegal. Reports emerged early on Wednesday that Chelsea might be without 2 more players against Spurs, and now both N'Golo Kante and Thiago Silva are missing from the squad after testing positive. Confirming the 2 COVID cases, Tuchel told Sky Sports before kick-off, "Yeah, unfortunately Thiago Silva and N'Golo Kante have COVID, which is huge for us because the 2 key players. We had the information today in the morning so it is quite challenging, but we will push. The guys who are here have our trust, have our belief, and we will push them and push things to the maximum. It hasn't changed the situation since some weeks ago, but it is not the moment to constantly repeat it. I expressed my opinion and from here we are looking for solutions. I have trust in the guys who play and hopefully we can put out a strong performance because we need it." Malang Sarr comes into the defense, while Saul Niguez is handed a rare start in midfield in the absence of Kante with Mateo Kovacic on the bench after his excellent display against Liverpool. Thomas Tuchel rates Romelu Lukaku's performance after Belgian returns from Chelsea exile. Thomas Tuchel was absolutely happy with Romelu Lukaku's performance following the Belgians' return to the side against Tottenham. Lukaku was dropped from the squad for Sunday's 2-2 draw with Liverpool following the release of his explosive interview with Sky Italia last week. The Chelsea striker issued a formal apology to the fans, the club and his manager on Tuesday having also been fined for the comments, where he suggested he was keen to return to former side Inter Milan just 6 months on from his £100 million move to the Blues. Chelsea eased to a 2-0 win over Spurs in the first leg of their Carabao Cup semi-final showdown at Stamford Bridge, with Lukaku's introduction ahead of kick-off drawing a mixed response from the home crowd. Lukaku was unable to get on the score sheet but Tuchel was pleased with the striker's reaction after a difficult week and suggested he will remain in the side going forward. "Good, absolutely happy," Tuchel told Sky Sports when quizzed on Lukaku's performance. "I was pretty sure that he was not affected. I see him on a daily basis, even in the last days and yesterday and today he seemed to be relaxed and fine with the situation. Also mentally he has moved on. Romelu can handle pressure and he can handle adversity. It was a good performance, he contributed a lot to our defensive setup and created and had some chances. So good to go again." Chelsea head to North London for the second leg against Tottenham next Wednesday. Thomas Tuchel rates Saul Niguez's performance and names 3 outstanding Chelsea players in win over Spurs. Thomas Tuchel says Saul Niguez has made a huge step up after his excellent display in Wednesday's Carabao Cup semi-final first leg win over Spurs, also hailing two other outstanding players. Saul has endured a difficult time at Stamford Bridge but was superb against Tottenham, and Tuchel was delighted with that he saw from the Spaniard. Asked if Saul is now finally settling into life at Chelsea, Tuchel replied, "Yeah, he is. He is more happy, he is more free in training, I see it every day. He played better when he came on against Wolves, he already had a good impact. So he's stepping up and stepping up. I was so happy when I saw him on the sideline when we scored the equaliser and the 2-1 against Liverpool. He was totally committed. It was very, very impressive to see him like this. So this is an important moment for him, but I have a feeling like he digested the experiences in the beginning, where he maybe did not expect it like this. He's not the first player to struggle from the switch. And what he does is good because he's open, he's fully focused and totally committed to the team, so I'm very happy he had a performance like today where it was a huge step up." Saul was not the only player who impressed Tuchel, with the Chelsea boss delighted with the contributions of Hakim Ziyech and Malang Sarr, who also came into the team amid the club's injury and Covid crisis. "Yeah, Saul, Georgie as well, but especially Saul, Malang and Hakim today were, for me, outstanding because they didn't play a lot in the last games," he told Chelsea TV after the game. "To come in, play a huge game, semi-final against Tottenham, we know what it means to our fans here at Stamford Bridge to play this game, and to play like this was impressive." Hakim Ziyech makes honest admission that Chelsea forgot to finish against Tottenham in Carabao Cup. Chelsea's Hakim Ziyech had made an honest admission that his side forgot to finish the match, as the Blues came out 2-0 victors against Tottenham Hotspur in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg at Stamford Bridge. The Moroccan was voted man of the match by Sky Sports after a fantastic performance on the right-hand side. Speaking to Sky Sports after the match, Hakim Ziyech said that his side forgot to finish the match as Chelsea had several chances to extend the scoreline. He said, "We forgot to finish the game. We had a lot of chances today, but there is a game on next week and hopefully we get the job done there. We knew they would come and make mistakes and they did. Before half-time we got the second one and had a good feeling in the dressing room. We could have got more in the second half but we didn't." The Moroccan, who remained at Chelsea after missing out on his country's squad for the Africa Cup of Nations, continued to explain his role in the side. "My role was a bit different from usual, but I think overall it was a good performance. We have to keep performing like this," he said. Ziyech will be hoping to see an increase in his game time from this point on as he looks to cement his place in Thomas Tuchel's plans at Chelsea. If he continues to perform as well as he did on Wednesday night, he will earn his start for the upcoming fixtures. Chelsea linked with potential transfer for Fiorentina's Dusan Vlahovic. Chelsea are linked with a potential move for Fiorentina striker Dusan Vlahovic, according to reports. The Blues are believed to be keen on bringing in another striker to the club amid the uncertainty over the future of Romelu Lukaku in West London. A move for the Serbian man in January looks unlikely, with the striker being one of the most informed players in Europe. According to Tutto Mercato, Vlahovic will not renew his contract at Fiorentina and will be looking to leave the club at the end of the season. Chelsea are one of two clubs in the Premier League he will move to, with Manchester City being the other mentioned name. It is believed the 21-year-old wants to move to a team who will win titles and allow him to become one of the best players in the world. A reported total of €70 million is said to be the fee required to purchase Vlahovic should the Blues wish to bring him to West London. The striker has been at Fiorentina since 2018, making 106 appearances for the first-team squad. He scored 21 goals in 40 games last season, with the Serbian netting 18 times so far this campaign in just the 21 games, so he is set to exceed the former tally at some point in the near future. Arsenal have been another club heavily linked with Vlahovic, but he sees them as an intermediate career step.
That is on Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.